Hello and welcome to today's online workshop, the first of 6 modules to try and help you through the Sir Paul Callaghan Eureka Symposium process.
These 6 modules here, starting with the introduction to the Eureka Awards, how they came about and what their purpose is. Moving on to developing a passion for science and building that passion into something that can benefit New Zealand. Then we're working on clarity and communication, as this is a science communication award competition, a cost-benefit activity and a presentation skills activity. So those are the 6 modules we're working on.
Sir Paul Callaghan was one of New Zealand's leading scientists and leading physicists. He was a passionate communicator of science, which he did through various books that he's published, as well as on radio with the broadcaster Kim Hill.
So large a character was he that it seems that he really is still here. It's as if he's just been caught up in something really interesting and he's really sorry he can't join us. And he would be sorry. Because these Eureka Awards would have delighted him. Science, yes, but the communication of science, and more than that, the communication of science with the passion that we give, the enthusiasm that we give to things that really matter. The idea that science is not an arcane area for clever boffins, but is part of every aspect of life. I thought that Minister Hekia Parata put that particularly well today. But more than that too, the idea that science is beautiful, which is a word that Paul used a lot. One of my most pleasurable radio experiences was talking to Paul in the series of conversations about practically everything really, that later became a book called As Far As We Know. And we both liked that title because it expressed the sheer breadth of what we're able to inquire into in the 21st century, but also expressed a kind of contingency, a preparedness to be surprised, to change our conclusions should more information become available. Scientists, Paul said, all need to regularly admit that they got it wrong. Paul's last words in that book were about quantum mechanics, which he boldly tried to explain on national radio, and I'm still trying to get it. But we were talking about revolutions in science, and he said he didn't believe that quantum mechanics is the last word. It works, he said, but it's going to be improved. And I think that there's an opportunity for some brilliant mind, some new Einstein, to explain it all to us. And it was that sense of limitless possibilities that Paul conveyed. And it's galvanizing. It was galvanizing, and it continues to be galvanizing. I was part of a 2-day conference just this week called Valuing Nature, about the economy and the environment, which grew directly out of the Transit of Venus Forum in Gisborne, which Paul organised, but died too soon to be there himself. But the energy he manifested has not dissipated, and it's grown into a real movement to address what New Zealand could become, economically, environmentally, underpinned by humane science. And all 12 of the finalists today displayed a concrete understanding of what that could be.
So when the Eureka Awards were being established and in their initial phases, Paul Callaghan was suffering from terminal cancer, and it became quite apparent that his legacy of his passion for science and science communication needed to be carried on through New Zealand. It became obvious that the best way to do this was to target the science communicators of the future and look towards the younger generation.
So the purpose of the Sir Paul Callaghan Science Communication Awards is to recognise and encourage science communicators of the future and to enable them to build these skills and then carry them on as they move into their careers.